The men's team finishing 11th in their home nation. I said before, speaking with their coordinator and coach Vincent Renault, he said that the team definitely had a lot more to give. Saw that in some of the mixed games over on court 3 earlier. We're looking to see the same sort of passion from them on court 1. Before that, they finished 6th in Northern Ireland. They finished 8th in Vienna, 7th before then, and then I think they're a pretty consistent finish around the 7th, 8th region.
Again, something the Austrians do quite a lot, the high five chain to warm up beforehand, just a show of goodwill and positivity.
I think that's the Austrian boombox has just been plugged in.
Exactly. We told you guys, prepare for an energy fueled.
Northern Ireland versus Italy. And on 4 it's the Netherlands up against Switzerland.
So as this kicks off, we've got our team lists ready in front of us. A quick check of the Twitter feed, catch up with some of you guys up there. Full list of the games taking place on court 1. We certainly can make something available. We'll be reading them out as they come through for the remainder of the morning, at least, while you are here with Kelly and myself. The game coming after this Austria-France men's game will be a women's between Scotland and Sweden. Then we'll be taking a lunch break till 2 p.m. After 2, it's a men's game, Wales-Italy. Then a mixed game at 2:45, Wales-France. 3:30, it's a women's game, Sweden-Northern Ireland. Followed by another men's game at 4:15. It's Austria-Germany. Then 5 o'clock, women's, France v Slovenia. And then to finish the day at 5:45 BST, we have a mixed game between Republic of Ireland and France here on court 1. That will be live streamed with commentary. For the afternoon session, you'll be joined by, well, a range of commentary teams, but there are 4 of us out here. They're going to be mixing and matching us through the entire tournament.
Okay, you can see there the Austrians off to a very strong start against their French opposition. French, however, now have majority of the balls, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with this. Lovely block there from the end from Leisinger, and we'll just be going. Played it safe though, didn't run up there for the counter, waiting for the multiple ball attack with his teammates.
Your French winger kind of got away with that one. It could have been an invalid throw.
And a catch there. That's why you cover. Catch just in the back. You can see him there, very happy with himself.
Solid start.
Number 92.
Completely what you'd expect from Austria. They are drilled. They've been training 5-ball since its inception in Europe, especially. We took a little longer to adopt it in the UK. They've been having it for pretty much an extra season in Europe, and the Central European Championships have been following this rule set as well. Straight away, cross-court shot.
Oh, that lovely hit back there. And surprising, he didn't try and catch that as well. If that had been a catch that had rebounded off the play he hit, it would have still counted as a catch. It would have been a fantastic result for Austria there.
French ball retrievers working hard, getting those balls back into the hands of the players. Some defense. Good awareness from the Austrian number 30. Mitrau there taking what looks like a catch off the rebound. Now that can bring a player in.
And a catch there again.
Austria quick on the restart. They want to get maximum points on the board.
Well, as we said, as many points as you can get in a match, although you might have the lead, goes towards your placings in the group and who you will face in the quarterfinals. So you want to be getting as many points as possible, even if you are losing, like we saw in Sweden in the last game. They upped their points so they can go in a strong position. Very quick off the mark, Austria there, trying to get those hit once they had their balls.
3 from France.
Oh, tried to cover on the back there.
It's not worked out so well. Austria doing a good job of distracting the French
Okay, the French getting frustrated now. We have said the referee on this court very strict. He will not take nonsense. He has already given out a yellow card today.
As I look forward to catching up with Ben Schwettler later and finding out how he felt about his yellow card, first of the tournament. Now Austria really capitalising on just a little bit of lack of concentration from the French.
Yeah, capitalised there with the free throws.
Now the mistake there is bringing 2 balls with you to that dead zone, that neutral area.
He could not get out of the way, and a catch there.
Austria taking the first 3 games in this half.
Lovely, and you can see the line refs in this game getting the balls back on very quickly.
They want to get things running back on time. Danny Eggleton wants things running on time.
And that's a 3-ball start for Austria, going up there. Oh, and he's blocked it into his teammate.
Oh, I thought his teammate had got a block on it as well, but
no, I think it
not.
just glanced off him. You can see one of the line refs is trying to call, she's trying to call a ball out.
Too many balls on court.
Calling.
Too many players on court.
Not you, not players going off court. I know, just the ball. Obviously, it is confusing, as we were saying. 4 courts, it's very tight. Oh, brilliant catch. He's really getting his hands around those today. That's Lehrer, number 17 for the Austrian men's team.
That's it, spending half his time on this court on his knees.
He is, yeah, at least he's getting the catches. Oh, brilliant catch from the French player.
He's so stoked.
Well, I've got to say, I mean, that was almost a one-handed catch. I think he secured it with the other ball.
Trying to shut down Lehrer, his teammates on the floor.
Oh, he went for the, not the obvious choice. Very good. Okay, France showed a bit more of their strength here and what they can do. Nice free throw hit there to end up that game.
It's a 1-for-1 there from France.
Yeah.
They're trying to get themselves back in it, but really Austria are looking like the far better drilled team at the moment.
Currently, yeah.
Currently 8-0 up.
Yes, good lead to have.
After only 6 minutes played.
Yeah. So Austria could be looking for a fantastic score here.
Using that single ball, catching the French unaware.
I think they're really putting the pressure on, which seems to be helping, because the player there was looking over to the Austrian opposite him on the left, however, just caught unawares from someone on his right.
So Lucas Decker just creeping up that left wing for Austria.
And he's there, you can see him ready to get that catch again.
Yeah, Lehrer was up for it.
But being very sensible about it, not just trying to go for anything.
It's 2 hits this time. I think they managed to pick the conch.
Okay, now let's see. I imagine Austria will probably release all 3 here. Yeah, try and get the hit.
4 for 4 by Austria. Hoping the French can keep some composure, maybe some fresh heads on court. They do have a reasonable number of players.
So one of the very large squad that France has fielded as well today.
15 players to choose from, the French.
Oh.
A nice curling ball from that French backline sees out Lucas Decker.
They definitely retaliated though.
It's been unfortunate. The French 24, Demar.
And there he is again with another catch. Jacob Lehrer.
Absolutely on fire. Underneath one.
And a catch again, this time from Koenig on the left. Very strong catching team that Austria put in. There's been a lot less catching in general since the 5-ball rules have been introduced, because you're having to be so much more court aware of what else is going on around you. Catching amount has definitely decreased, but Austria, you would never guess that today with the amount of catches that they are taking from the French.
No, they set themselves well. The positioning is good. It makes the catches look easy.
And it's all about committing to those catches, because if you think you're going to go for it, you need to dedicate your whole body, so that's going to happen.
A little clarification from the Scottish assistant.
So I'm just having a look here. We've obviously got the line referees. It would appear there are both Scotland players line reffing.
That's it, and our retrievers, ball retrievers with the high-vis vest. Although Austria have got their own ones. I've seen on the back, they say Gordon Retriever. Big fan of that.
There you go, a bit more aware there from the French. I imagine we might get a play ball call soon.
So 3 balls from the French. 2
there
balls in the Austrian wings. Ready for that counter. Pre-throw from Hoffman.
Look, block. Okay, 1 for 1 there. It's a big attack.
Dangerous attack from Grill, but he gets away with it.
He did.
That was definitely in the hands of that French number 65, who hasn't made it onto our team list.
Has not, no. And there you go, that was a really well-timed pre-throw from Koenig, number 14 for the Austrian team. Very little the French player could do about it. Accurate and mid-throw. And got out of the way of that.
Oh, not quite 2.
And very interesting, Koenig nearly held back on that, then he thought that Grill was going to get him.
I applaud his effort for getting that ball up in the air. It could have been up for the catch.
Catch from Decker this time, and both out. Wow.
Austria holding nothing back against last year's hosts.
So yes, both nations who've hosted it in the past. I wasn't at the Paris Euros last year, Jake, but maybe you could tell us about that. Jake will tell us about the Paris Euros in a moment. I was saying Vienna, fantastic competition, Euros, 4 years ago now.
Similar scale event was the Paris Euros last year in Aubonne. They had a like a sports village accommodation on site. Very, very good venue. Number of courts spread out across the space. A little less densely packed than the courts are here. But if anything, that allows our crowd to watch all the matches at the same time. It has increased our active audience participation, I think.
Yes. So both nations who know what goes into this sort of event and thoroughly enjoy competing in it. You're seeing a lot of players at the moment go quite low to the floor, which is a very good tactic. But if you have a team like Austria who can stutter their throw, who can pause for a bit, then can leave you quite vulnerable because you can't move when you've got down to that height.
That's the thing, and the Austrians' power of throw, speed and accuracy, they have no problems just delaying that by half a second. French players down on the ground, and then it's essentially a sitting target.
Yeah, exactly. So then your last hope is to try and get that catch, which we have seen some people pull off brilliantly today. So the French has majority of the ball now, and he's going to have to try and catch that one. Very well placed though by Grill.
So France not able to get any points on the board just yet, but they are looking a little better as the match is going on. They seem to be settling into a bit of a groove. Hopefully their heads aren't too far down. They can take something from this match into the remaining group matches.
As we will have half-time soon, just under 4 minutes remaining in this half, and hopefully they can regroup there, have a word with their coach, see what's going to happen.
So remaining teams in this group, this is men's Group B here on Court 1. Obviously, you see Austria and France facing off against each other at the minute. They will also have Germany and Republic of Ireland later in the same group.
already out for stepping on the centre line, one of the French players. I think he wasn't aware of that. He's asking his coach about it now. Lovely hit, though, on the Austrian. Very accurate throws from the French.
It's a shame to see that happen because the rules are clarified in advance of the tournament, and while they are an evolving rule set...
Oh!
Excellent. Yeah, you do find that the players sometimes get caught out by the rules and the slight changes.
So what we've just seen there is because it was mid-game, most people have been doing sacrifices at the end of the game at the minute, but they both went for the hit, and because they both hit the player, they are allowed to land and return to their side of the court. If they had not hit the player, they themselves would have been out for being on the other team's court.
Now, while they're running back, having made that successful sacrifice play, they are still targets, so they are putting themselves at a huge disadvantage if there's any remaining French player in this example with a ball ready to hit them. But they've both got away with it clean.
They did, yeah. That's why you see a bit of a look of fear on their faces, that quick run.
So it looks like we've got a good number of you watching through the Unilab portal on Facebook. Seen a few of your questions coming in. Do you have to be on your feet at all times? Absolutely not.
Which I do believe said, oh, obviously not, because the dive, you can be in the air, you can be on the floor.
The only place you can't be is outside the court boundary.
French finding their feet now. Wow, they've taken out quite a few of the Austrians in the opening of this game. Very aggressive.
Well, they're really just showing a bit too much of himself in that run-up.
It's very important with that run-up to keep that ball ready to block there. 3 on 3 now, let's see what happens.
Four balls from Austria.
Lovely, and no hits.
Oh my word, nearly blocking it into Mike's shins.
When it's going to happen, it will happen to all of these teams at some point while they're here. Up on the counter.
Central player not
blocked it, into himself. Spinning that round his teammate. Didn't see that coming.
Sneaky play from Metz. Still 2 French players on court. They haven't given up yet. Majority of the balls they must play.
Right on his back. Trying to catch him off guard. That was a fantastic play from the French.
And here comes the counter.
Oof.
Does well to hold. 4 balls now with France. He could let that roll quite legitimately.
Oh!
Single balls, he gets away with it.
And on the side, France have got their first points on the board for this game against Austria. And I have to say, much better play in that game from everybody on the French team.
Good composure from France, keeping themselves in that match, or in that game. I think they really got away with some bits there. I think Austria losing a little bit of concentration and getting hit by a lot of singles, which in previous games in this match alone, they would have been taken as catches. Still quite a big lead though, 18 points to 2, but France, good to get some points on the board.
Some teams do have a tendency sometimes that once you're ahead and you've got that comfortable lead, just getting a bit complacent. And we saw it earlier, I think, with the Scottish team. They weren't expecting Sweden to come out as quite formidable opponents, but very quickly switched on. And I'm sure after that game where the French have just taken those points from the Austrians will be coming back fighting. Okay, that is the...
French look to be lining up.
Yeah.
So you get a lovely back shot of the referees. That's a very early start. But he's not crossed
the line,
his ball
so
return line.
And that's De Silva, number 26 out there.
Still manages to keep possession. 3 balls on his team.
And lovely catch from the Austrians.
They don't seem to be picking the same targets quite as consistently with the French, so their volleys are...
That's the second sacrifice we've had there. It's very interesting. Austria obviously trying to utilise that a bit more, and I would think referee is going to call him out on that. Regardless of the end, quite a high throw there.
So Austria now going into the end with 20 points to France's 2. At the end of this, the first half, team switching ends.
And a short break so they can regroup, have a drink.
If you're trying to get things back on time, it could be a short one, but between 2 and 5 minutes typically.
And as we said there, you can see the French coach is very animated in the box there, talking to his team, trying to tell them what he spotted from their game that needs improving, how they can take advantage of the Austrians to get a few more points on that scoreboard.
So they will be trying to take some lessons from this, especially into their match later on with Germany. Relative newcomers to the European scene, but we're just watching them a little bit on Court 2, and you'll see them on the Court 2 videos either now or later, that they came and they tested the waters in Paris last year. They had a go, and they were okay. This year, they seem to have redoubled some efforts, and they're looking a little stronger. So France would need to watch themselves against them, and of course they'll be facing off against Republic of Ireland in that final Group B match.
You can see on Court 3 down the far end, you can't see it on your screens, but you've got the Netherlands versus Switzerland, and the Netherlands making a fantastic start. They've got 18-6 lead.
That's really good news for the Netherlands. We haven't seen them for a while. They came a couple of years ago. I think they were in Belfast.
They were in Belfast.
And now they've had some changes in the Netherlands about the Dodgeball Association. So there's a new association. This is a new team. Still players with experience, but it's a new rule set. I know that they typically play to the US rules with foam balls. So this is their first proper foray into European 5-ball, cloth ball game.
And it's brilliant that they've managed to take such a lead in this game, not being used to playing with cloth dodgeballs, because it can have quite an impact. The way you throw, the weight of the ball really impacts the speed and the accuracy. So it's almost like learning a completely different throwing technique. So well done to them.
Panning across then, this is at the near side of Court 1. Got your French team lining up. Moment for the fans, and a bit of dancing from Austria. That is typical of them in their support role. But France, they still look good. There's still smiles on their faces. We can see from up here in our commentary deck. They know they're down. They are far from out. As you look across court, you can see the Austrians, the way they've lined up, they are heavily contesting that third ball. They have no players lined up on the left of the screen as you see it, their right wing. Fully committed.
Okay, dance party going everywhere here. Now, if we had a camera, we could show you Greg and Sam on the commentary desk next to us having a party. Couple of the referees, yeah, the Austrian referees, sorry, ball retrievers, along with the referees. Which is the atmosphere we want here today. Oh, but he secured it. I thought that was going to escape from him then.
Very, very well to keep that in his fingertips.
You can see the French coach is trying to argue that that might have been invalid there. See, Danny's very confident referee, so he would have called that as he's seen it. And he is. No, just need a dodgeball now.
And a rare show of lenience from Danny Eggleton. He normally tolerates no chat back, no questioning of the decisions.
Said, that's where that yellow card came in earlier. Wow, France really found their form there. A couple of hits.
And that's one apiece. They know it's one apiece. That's Leitinger out from Messerhold.
That's ruling out down at them. Hit. Multiple balls attacked, very hard to get out of the way from.
France a little out of shape now.
Started off this game well. And two, just glance him.
That frame nice and soon. I think head ref Danny Eggleton's taking things into his own hands with regard to the scores on Court 1.
Just looking at some of the comments on the Unilad feed there. Yes, cloth dodgeballs, but they are rubber bound in cloth. So there are rubber balls inside it. It's not just a piece of fabric.
Yes. So yeah, inflatable bladder inflated to 1 psi or 2 psi, I forget which it is. bound with a little bit of cloth padding and then a cloth outer. They're thrown pretty quickly, up to 60, 70 miles an hour in the case, especially now that they are smaller.
International men at the minute are going 70.
Typical injuries include broken fingers, broken noses. You don't have very many of the noses.
Concussion.
Yeah, we had a concussion earlier on court 1. That was unexpected in our opening matches.
Managed to retain his balance on court there. Lovely, fantastic, accurate shot there from the number 65, who we don't have a name for, unfortunately.
Austria now 5 balls.
Oh my goodness! Multiple sacrifices.
And he's unlucky to get away with that. Here's the yellow card for dangerous play.
Contact.
He knows his mistake. So anything that could be deemed dangerous, throwing yourself at a player, even in that central zone, is an immediate yellow card because it's just, we can't be tolerating it.
The referee there, Danny, explaining to the player that you are still out because you were hit, but he is on a yellow card because he landed on you. Dangerous play, basically.
So Austria, 15-3 to Northern Ireland, 1-3.
Okay, majority of the balls to France. Let's see what they do.
Lequant, Moulin. Releasing the balls separately is not ideal. You want to get them at the same place, same time.
Netherlands are beating the Swiss 88. Not long to go, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
Austria must be doing well to suppress that French volley, stop them landing them together.
Now, I don't know if this comes across on the screen, but there is a real atmosphere developing here now. You know, very much underway in the swing of things. A lot of people getting in to support in, music's going.
I think that's courtesy of Austria.
I think it is courtesy of Austria.
We do have house speakers and house music, but that is off so that our MC can make himself heard. But Austria do not care. They will bring the atmosphere with them.
Let's go, Glasgow.
Okay, so
Now,
the French
renting,
coach
I
there will-
also hope you'll get to see some of Netherlands on court 1 later. I'll check our schedule and see when they will be active. There will definitely be some action from the Netherlands on court 1 at some point over the weekend.
All 4 goals are being recorded and will be able to be watched at a later time.
And Garen, to answer your question, results, they're being collated as it happens. I mean, we'll give you information that we have as we have it, but that will only be vocal. The group standings should be posted on the European Dodgeball Championships Facebook page at the end of each day.
If you
In case you haven't found that yet, that's facebook.com/dodgeball Euros.
And any burning questions about the certain games, certain scores, if there's one you think you've missed, do just let us know and we will try our best.
4 balls with France, 2 balls with Austria. That is
One
too
out there on
many.
the front. Okay, hang on. They're still saying there's a problem with the number of dodgeballs. I think
both teams have
Austria,
got rid
they've
of one.
both got rid of, yeah. Okay, now we've got, I think we now have too many again. There we go.
It's fine unless
No,
Mar
they've
picks it
sorted it
up.
out.
Good finish from
That's
Austria.
Demare out as well. But very, very good. Line ref's doing a very good job of getting these balls back on, ready to go. So the French team lining up there on your screens now.
France bringing an attack, somewhat distracted by the Austrians. Also, they're playing my favorite song right now.
Gonna break into song, Jake.
Let's see if I can get my microphone in that direction. Austria now get to respond. They managed to shut down that French.
So they did a nice fake there, which definitely put one of the French off. Luckily wasn't on the,
He's gone
he
for the wrong
tried.
ball.
Very nearly had that catch. He did the right thing. It's so difficult to do in that moment when it's rebounding away from you.
So his error wasn't his own. The ball he went to try and catch after the block touched his own ball mid-air. He was at that point able to make that catch. It's a shame France went up for a moment there. They managed to get two quick hits on Austria. They weren't quite on it.
Looking a lot stronger now than they were at the start of the match, which is nice to see.
And pan across, they got some of the Czech players, the Austrians. It's party time down by their boombox.
So with under 10 minutes on every quarter. Fire it up, Dodgeballers. Let's take as many as we can.
Okay, very much tactic of Austria now. It'll be interesting to see how they utilise that in the other games. Who else was in this group, Jake, did you say?
In this group, we also have Germany and Republic of Ireland. This is Group B of the men's competition. The groups can be found on the same Facebook page, that European Dodgeball Championships 2017. It's probably got the word Glasgow in there as well. They were all posted over the last couple of weeks.
They're loving it. So
you
there
can't
we go.
not dance to Africa.
The Czech and the Republic of Ireland women. Oh, and now some of the Austrian men. Not exclude. Having a nice wave there.
Austria quick off the start, pinging De Silva.
Calling someone out, no.
It's got two. Deschamps as well as De Silva. Austrians not afraid to take that risk from the back line. They're seeing these opportunities and they're backing the accuracy of their throws.
But their confidence is working for
That's it, with good reason.
I do often say, playing internationally, when you play even at club level, if you act confident, you will often be more confident and you'll execute everything you do a lot better.
Yeah, coming into a game of dodgeball with your head down, very, very rarely goes well.
Psychological, like all sports.
Pete Watt, line ref, keen to get balls back in as quick as possible, get a quick restart.
They are looking for one of the dodgeballs at the minute. Seem to be missing one. Are we going to get a spare in? There you go. Line ref going and retrieving one. Okay, France winning the three.
Quick off France and they get the two. That's Koenig and Raymer out.
Okay, now it's just about controlling this. They need to just calm down and control their lead.
Good start from France. But they do get a player back in for that rebounding catch.
And they have lost another from hit. So good start. Austria have turned it round though. Lovely hit though, nice spin on that, which makes it a lot harder to catch. Austria retaliate though with a nice counter.
Just like he wasn't even watching that.
And player out for 5 seconds. Referee called play 2, player still in.
So it's 1v1, De Silva has a reprise. He has the majority of the balls, played ball is called. That's a long way to throw.
Ooh, oh!
For moments he had it in his knees.
Didn't he? Which does count in terms of securing a catch. If it gets stuck between your knees, between your ankles, it does count once you have put your hands on the ball. And I was reading there was at least just one hand though.
Oh really?
Just one, doesn't have to be both.
That is new.
Yeah.
Opens up the field for the one-handed catch then.
Okay, so that is a false start you've seen there. So because the French player went past the return line after he started before the whistle, Austria get to begin with that ball. So what you'll see now is an incredible domination, probably complete pressure on them. He's gone.
He's run for the wrong balls.
No.
So I think that's probably just going to be a restart.
Yeah.
In this rule set, the balls on the left are yours. They are uncontested. That central ball, the only one that is contested. As Kelly says, in this case, due to that false start, Austria start with that central ball. They're able to defend the French balls, and as soon as the Austrians...
Oh, they've been given a second one as well.
And it's one of the French... Austrian balls, they get their own. They are now going to defend those French ones. As soon as that final Austrian ball is live, that's behind the return line, they can collect the 2 French balls. A tactic for France now will be to run as many players as possible for their own balls.
Okay. Now we saw Scotland did a split call earlier.
Running at the players, almost dangerous.
It's worth a shot, isn't it? There's very little you can do for a 5-ball attack. I'm not sure I would probably run head first, but to each their own.
Austria folding themselves out of the way.
And he's got out of the way though.
Moulin gets underneath his though.
Oh,
it's in the air!
So if it's still in it until it touches the floor or the wall or another ball, that ball is live. You can dive for that. If that ball had gone out of court, he could have dived off court, and as long as he was in the air while he put a hand on it, that catch would have counted.
Now this is a huge scoring match. We're looking at, there's 34 points on the board and 32 of them are Austria's.
It's the biggest scoreline we've had so far.
It's a massive, massive difference, and it's a huge score. So typically you'd be looking between 20-25 points as your average match, split between the teams. We had a game over on court 3 or court 4 with the Netherlands, and that was a very high scoring match as well. Both teams well into the double digits, but here this is an absolute drumming from Austria.
They'll be very happy with the start to their campaign, trying to match their ladies' success over the past few years.
Certainly will be. And I would definitely tip them for top 3. But if their form continues like this.
Okay. I'm interested to know who else you said, Jake.
Well,
you
I'm
said
just going to say every
you
team.
said Sweden for top 3, Austria for top 3.
And then Scotland, that's
Scotland.
it. England are out.
Where are England going?
It's good to have so many of you with us on this live stream, both through the WDA, World Dodgeball Association YouTube channel, and the Unidad Sport portal on Facebook.
And we
Thanks
really
for being with us.
Hope you're enjoying the stream, whether you are a dodgeball expert or new to the sport. Okay, France having the upper hand here. Come counter.
Absolutely no fear with the counter. Nick for Austria.
He got
takes
the
the catch.
Lovely. Catch on out, hit off. No.
Oh, this is upsetting.
Oh, okay.
So Danny Eggleston saying that was not
No
a secure catch before he was hit. Oh, I would not be happy with that decision.
No. But again, Danny is not the person you want to be arguing with, because that could have turned into an out to a yellow. Still up though, France.
Deschamps losing his one-on-one.
I think they just need to play smart here. Dodgeball.
And the balls have collided.
He's out. Eyes up.
He's gone for it himself.
Oh! And he got it.
Koenig, what a finish.
Wow. Oh no, wait.
Did he land before he threw?
I think he landed, yeah. So you have to be in the air when you release.
You cannot just plant yourself in the other half and then have a go.
And a lot harder than it looks.
But then does that mean that France take the points?
Yeah, France will take the point.
So that should put them up at 4 to
Yeah,
Austria's 32. Let's see if we can get a correction on that, or an update from our referees as to which way he wants that one to go.
Play a line in the middle.
Down fast. So he might have been hit, but either way, he's cracked his head hard. Callaway at number 21 for France. Good defense, but it just gives Austria time to set the 4-ball attack.
And they split those as well.
So there's always the risk with the split call. You have fewer balls on the same target. You're opening yourself up to twice the number of catches. But with throws as accurate and as fast as we've seen from Austria, I don't think they have a lot to worry about right now. He's gone again!
And he did it!
This time he sorted himself
He was
out.
in the air.
Released in the air on Moulin.
He'll feel has redeemed himself there. Koenig will feel a lot better.
I don't know how there's still time for more games.
No, as you can see, our clock on screen has stopped, so I can't imagine there's very long left though.
To score now, Austria 34
France
to
trying to get a
4.
quick hit.
Nalgene just losing balance at the back of court.
9 refs being very vocal in this game, which is good.
Deschamps thought he had it in his hands. It was past him before he could. France to attack. He gets underneath it and scores the hit on Max Metz for Austria.
Hit each. There you go. He got the hit, but with only one player remaining.
Grill will take it.
And what's interesting about Austria playing here is they've not eased off, even though they're that far ahead. Some teams would be looking to just waste the time and see the game out. However, they are going to get every single point they physically can to stand them in. You know, at the minute you'd be looking at them going, oh, they could be top in this group.
With a point difference like this, and I believe that puts Austria on 36 to France's 4, if that updates correctly. Danny Egerton saying 2 minutes remaining in the second half. Now, the way Austria are playing, that could be another 3 games.
That really could, yeah. I mean, they've already managed.
Oh, my word.
You know, France are getting some hits.
They are. When France have the opportunities, they can take them, but I think that their on-court awareness and their concentration is just lapsing.
Yeah, very hectic at the minute.
And maybe not committing fully to some of these dodges. Now, whether it's because they're backing a catch. De Silva wide.
I think they're hoping in some places.
Last time, that wasn't 2 minutes.
Probably 20 seconds something.
Either way, Austria are going to take that as well. I believe that puts them on 38, if I've been counting.
4 is what I've got.
You know, that is an absolutely stonking scoreline. That is huge.
Wow.
Steve Gowers, you have a question. How long is each match? There are 2 15-minute halves separated by a between 2 and 5 minute break. In those halves, each team will play as many games as will fit. Thereafter, the wins, of course. 2 points for a win, 1 point if it's level, if it's a draw at the end of a game. A game will last 3 minutes maximum, so you can get a draw at the end of that.
3 has just finished, and Punts making their way back into the arena.
And Lindsay, yeah, we're with you. We're not sure how that wasn't a secure catch. It looked, we're talking about the catch from Moulin in that France-Austria game. He bent double, it was basically in the basket. And he got hit across the back.
Yeah.
But referee, his angle, he's pretty sure that the hit was before that catch was fully secure. Maybe it was between his elbows and not his hands,
yeah.
in which case, technically.